How's it going? This is my idea response on the idea of the Cyberflaneur for Media 3450. Um, Now I this is something I've been thinking about since we brought it up in class. The idea of someone going on the internet or looking around just to be on the internet and to look around, not for any specific reason or goal that some people might have. But really, when you think about it, the majority of mainstream internet users mostly use the internet just to be on the internet and to not do anything specifically, but to just kind of figure out what to do in a sense. I read the article that was posted, um, and I thought this was really interesting because the main focus of it was children and that one child YouTuber who did like toy unboxings and how that was like a huge thing. I mean, it even still is, but was a huge revelation to a lot of adult audiences who end up at one point just seeing basically all the children in the entire world is watching this. Um, and it's interesting because children don't buy stuff, right? Like children don't go on the internet and go on Amazon.com because they need to buy a new car part or anything like that. So it was interesting that content like this was so huge and successful with marketing towards people who literally cannot buy a product. And it's not even like children weren't even like looking at something and then going to their parents and telling them to buy something. No, they were just watching, right? They were just seeing, looking around, and then they found something that interested them. Um, the article goes on to talk about like these affinity spaces, which is like from my understanding, is kind of like more a topic or an interest rather than a specific product. One example of this was like Lego, and how a lot of children watch like Lego videos and like maybe some Lego unboxings or some Lego animations or something like that. But when they watch those videos or even some like paid advertisements or sponsored videos, a lot of those aren't specifically for a specific Lego set or Lego product, but just getting the idea of Lego out there and getting kids interested in that was beneficial of like on its own. And um, providing a way for like people to even observe something like that was very beneficial to Lego, and obviously is. Like that's kind of like Lego's a household name. People like understand that it's specific to like Lego pieces and the idea of like building and stuff like that. But Lego as a brand is beyond that. I mean, we have Lego movies, Lego games, Lego anything, and that's because of the interest in the brand, in the topic, and not so much because of a specific product, right? When we talked about like affinity spaces, another topic that was talked about was like ruling passions, which was like kind of like you have someone and you have something that they're interested in, and then a lot of people can have those interests, and then coming together in that creates that like affinity space. And when we were like when he brought up the Lego like affinity space on the internet, it reminded me a lot of how people explain how TikTok works, in a sense, where TikTok you'll have the TikTok like the platform, but people will say like, "Oh, I was on cottagecore TikTok, or I was on like witch talk or something like that." Like there's these like subgroups or subgenres of TikTok that like people get like specifically directed to based on like what they're watching, right? And they'll go into this like what they consider like a rabbit hole of content specifically in that like topic of TikTok. It's not like there's like a button or anything like that. Like I want to watch this specific section of TikTok, and that doesn't like benefit or like promote anything. It's just like getting people together for like this idea, and people go on specifically for that idea, right? Um, I think TikTok made an actual article on it. Yeah, written in 2021 on the TikTok website, talking about these like subcultures and how it like attracts people to your profile specifically. like trying to track people with those interests into this like and trying to put yourself into this like subgroup. Um, and I was thinking about this, like trying to figure out even like what to talk about. And after I read this article, um, I was going on YouTube eating dinner, and I was actually watching Skyrim videos. And I know this is a weird transition, but stick with me. I was watching Skyrim videos, and I realized that after I was watching Skyrim videos, I installed the game Skyrim, and I play the like tabletop RPG of the Elder Scrolls. And it's not like when I was watching those videos, they were like independent creators, and obviously weren't like selling or advertising about anything. But that was like I was just scrolling through YouTube, and that was like a particular interest of mine, and that's why I clicked on it. It wasn't even like I watched multiple channels, and I already had the game, so I didn't like buy it or anything. But now, like, I am like this interest kind of turned into like multiple parts of my life, and I'm putting a lot of my time into this topic. And I think kind of that's the idea of an affinity space, rather than me trying to specifically like Todd Howard's not telling me buy my creation content, whatever, right? It's not like a direct advertisement, but the fact that someone made something based on like what I might be interested in, I'm now watching his content and also engaging in that content. I'm not buying anything, but I'm investing my time into it because of what they made. And I think that's kind of where I got behind this. And when you really think about it, a lot of advertising or a lot of trying to grab people's attention is much better done through a process like this rather than like a traditional advertisement. And that's like it's a hard thing to grasp in a sense. And it's not as direct, but it's shown to be very effective, and it's something that influences all of our platforms of media, whether it's video or social media, or like posting, anything like that. So